Cole, I have Dignitas taking it here in this first series at least, but they have been trading series historically. So far, they've gone 5-5, and Alpha 54 wants the first series to go their way.
Well, with Vitality's win over Misfits earlier, this was the player who starts off in spectacular form. Alpha 54 to get on the ball today. Just wants it every time Vitality have any control, but Joreas is the same for Dignitas. He sets up apparently Jack, and I said that Alpha wants the ball, but not like that, Stumpy.
Great pass from Scrub up to Joreas, uses the ceiling as that fourth man, and Jack to the crossbar off the rear end of Alpha 54. Now, a goal scorer on
players in the world in those 50-50 situations. Now Scrub Killer wants to get a pass across goal, but Fairy Peak defends it well. Joreas does have a pass, or it's a pass towards Scrub Killer, and it's the turnaround for Dignitas.
Beautiful decision there from Joreas, because I thought he should have passed to Jack in the midfield, but instead he has seen Scrub on his return back. Alpha doesn't think that he's turning there. Chances early lead too, but Alpha wanted to get another goal. Scrub with the clear long. Joreas has to touch this down or fake it completely, but with zero boost. The man just shot his shot, fired himself at the ball and can touch it to the ground. Dignitas leading the series, and Cole, Gibbs was happy that this was a straight down. So Alpha, not really to blame, but Dignitas certainly being the beneficiaries of some luck.
A reminder to everybody who may be a new viewer, you have to win more than one best of 7 to take this tournament, and that's what Vitality are going to try and do here. Get themselves back in this first set. Is Alpha again with another early goal.
This looks familiar. I can't wait for an own goal to come in about a minute and a half. It is blowing me away. Alpha with such a great save, and finally the ball enters, if not momentarily, in the blue half.
Here we go. Joreas is always going to get a clean touch from those situations. As soon as he came up off the wall, you just knew that something special was happening.
It was Fairy Peak turning back as well. Gives him far too much room. Can't even get...
Even if you are Vitality with all 3 players on the goal line, you cannot possibly defend every eventuality. There you go, there we go. Now, here's a flip reset, and it's beaten. One of them is beaten, 2 of them. You can't give them that much space.
Jack is going to take full advantage of every single second he has in the air with the flip reset so perfectly scooped. He can then earn the double tap. With 15 seconds remaining, a goal is needed for Vitality. Nearly a dunk from Alpha 54, but Jack to clear it. 10 seconds remain. Joreas shot on target. Alpha unsuccessful.
First is brilliant defending from Scrub Killer up against 2 Vitality players. The ball falls to apparently Jack, and the pinpoint perfect pass to Joreas. And we know this man can finish. But in both of these games so far, are going to find themselves 0-2 down.
And previously in their series, they obviously beat the Flying Dutchman 4-0, the consolation goal in the 3-2 for this second game. They got the 4-0 versus the Flying Dutchman. And then versus Misfits, they won the first game and the third game. So 2 early series wins, and obviously then went on to then win the final 2 as well. So it's Vitality now having to battle back from position they haven't found themselves in for this entire Open in big goalie series.
Ooh, apparently Jack almost nipped in there ahead of Alpha, but here comes Alpha. Does he go for the flip reset or the air dribble? It's the air dribble. There's a bump there from Alpha on Scrub Killer, and Fairy Peak yet again will give Vitality the lead.
Alpha going for the initial air dribble bump on Joreas, just gets a little touch and then fakes out Scrub Killer. Doesn't get a touch to the car, I couldn't see, but does force him to jump forward.
Good clearance from Joreas towards KAYDOP. This one's going to go to the backboard again. Scrub Killer is going to be called into action. There's a miss. There's another miss. There's a finish. Actually, a really smart finish from Fairy Peak, who doubles up.
Yeah, very clever. In this first shot from KAYDOP, very lucky that one doesn't go in. But with Fairy to send it back behind Joreas, genius. I absolutely love that idea.
Each other out of the way in defense. There is a chance. Alpha sends it high. And now Fairy Peak is going to try and get this one past Scrub Killer. He does. There's KAYDOP. That could be game over. It is game over. And it's 3-0 Vitality.
I really appreciate that goal from Fairy Peak to go underneath and then KAYDOP then send it over 2 defenders. But I'm more annoyed
after the week they had in the European Open a couple of weeks ago. So the fact they've made it all the way here really gives them that great chance to make it to the European Major. But maybe this game isn't over yet. Apparently Jack with a flip reset.
More flair and ingenuity from the man. Goes over the top of KAYDOP, and the bump coming in from Joreas threatens Fairy Peak. Stay grounded.
Both things down. The time is ticking. Maybe this game now has just about got away from Dignitas. Vitality was shaken for a split second, but have done what they needed to do. And with a flourish as well as Alpha completes the route. 4-1 Vitality in game 3.
Alpha continuing his scoring and getting his first in that game as well, right at the death of it. That's 2 for Vitality now. Neither of them meant anything, and yet they're still quite nice to see on the scoreboard. That'll bump their rating up a little bit, I'm sure. But Vitality securing their first game. 2-1 in this.
Okay, up into the corner where APPARENTLYJACK is waiting and takes a touch or two. He's had a great series so far, APPARENTLYJACK. A couple of really good goals, but it falls from Fairy Peak here.
Bang.
And the finishing from Fairy Peak is always ideal.
Top right, absolutely smashed it in half. But Alpha's touch out as Scrub can't quite get to him. Leaves Jorius on the goal line. Key team in that way. And it feels really weird to say that, seeing as Scrub is literally a world champion with Vitality. But against KAYDOP, Fairy Peak, and Alpha, you've got to see it that way. What a shot from KAYDOP, lurking downfield, and will send a sniper onto the net.
Vitality have just upped the pace here, and it is really making Dignitas struggle, because as well as being quick, they're also... The ball's going to roll all the way around their goal, but it won't bother them at all because there is no risk of any overcommitting, and Team Vitality just edge the game, score their goals early, and don't let Dignitas take an inch. Team Vitality even up the series.
The question mark was on whether Vitality will be able to deal with going down early in the series. Bumping one. Alpha dribbling around the side of Scrub, but with Jack to clear it away, he can get it onto the backboard. Jorius goes for the commit, and KAYDOP with one heck of a whiff.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened here. There was a decent flick from APPARENTLYJACK, but that's... Oh, it wasn't even a flick, sorry. It was just a punt forward. And then Jorius follows it up and gets the easiest goal of his career, 1-0 Dignitas.
Dignitas, good lead so far, and definitely looking like they've got more of the control over this game, more of a say in how it plays out.
That could be 2-0. It's clean from Jorius. The ball just fell for him, and he was there sniffing around, waiting for it. Look at APPARENTLYJACK's challenge on KAYDOP, who couldn't quite recover. And that is the sort of finish you have to take when the series is going away from you.
Yeah, sending that top corner and slicing it in half gives Dignitas their second goal. And every attack they're putting on so far looks absolutely efficacious.
Well, this one's going to roll over the goal line. Fairy Peak has to be careful, and he wasn't careful. APPARENTLYJACK can't believe his luck this time. 3-0.
An awkward play from Vitality in the corner leaves Fairy Peak to be even more awkward in the midfield. Jack can sense that, wants this to send it on target. Jack there, where you see that 1v1 ability coming in. He can just read the car body language so well. He knows that KAYDOP wants to fake him one way, and so he'll go the other. But Jorius with a ground pinch for the 4th goal for Dig.
You speak of car body language, and keep an eye on KAYDOP. He just like, yeah, that's a goal. I'll just watch that one go in. He does the ones that weren't gifted were slightly odd, not the regular sort of Rocket League goals that you will see. So maybe it is the power of the tactical timeout that Dignitas had just taken. Fairy Peak scores. I'm not going to get too excited just yet with 22 seconds left. I don't think 3 goals in that time is particularly viable, but it was a nice team goal.
Jorius' 8th brain took over there as he went boost over ball and just left it completely. 6 in total across these sets if it goes to all 3 games.
The thing is, I'm not sure that Vitality will want to linger on this game too much. My prediction, and my prediction is wrong because Fairy Peak has just said timeout. So, yes, is the answer to your question, Stumpy. I reckon that Vitality...
Series point. Can they take down Vitality in this first series in the grand final set of the BMW Rocket League Open?
It was, of course, Dignitas that had such a huge thing for the end of the Vitality era. But Vitality, the same team from back then, keep on fighting as they are today. And KAYDOP gives them the lead in this all-important game.
Jack doing his best to keep that ball out, but KAYDOP...
But Scrub Killer does get a clean touch, and once this second, the dunk on KAYDOP, he gets it. Here comes APPARENTLYJACK. Jorius underneath. APPARENTLYJACK gets the flip reset. I'm not sure Jorius wanted it, but I'm completely wrong because Jorius puts it away.
APPARENTLYJACK apparently cracked in the air.
Wow.
What a flip reset over Fairy Peak. Perfectly placed for Jorius. Over Alpha 54 in the net. And Lofting with Alpha chance to shoot on target. Scrub Killer screaming, get down, Mr. President. Can get the ball away from the goal line. Jorius with one, with the flip reset. The bottom corner is open. And Jorius to secure the game for Dignitas.
It was always going to be a solo play, and that late dodge from Jorius sends the ball into the back of the net, and Dignitas into a 1-0 series. Missed it. I feel like those were being sunk in the start of the first series. Vitality missed one there, and Dignitas survive, at least for now. KAYDOP underneath that time, and what a recovery from the aged Frenchman. KAYDOP doesn't miss.
Brilliant turnaround, even if you do have a go at him being like 21 or whatever he is. God, we're both old.
Fine.
Yeah, it's okay. Your hairline doesn't... He has to go for the shot himself. The 100 boost just being stolen away from Very Peak's dead body. Leaves Jorius to go for one flick, and he does it! He could have gone low, but he teases Alpha with the possibility of a save.
But just look at Scrum Killer here. Just in KAYDOP's way, I think it was. He wouldn't let him go. Oh, that's so... This is going to be a winner in these last 10 seconds or so. Alpha needs to close down APPARENTLYJACK and doesn't. This is really tricky for KAYDOP. The Scrub Killer arriving. Scrub Killer gets a touch towards Jorius, and Jorius thinks it, and Jorius wins it, surely.
At the death of the game, KAYDOP with one touch, and Scrub again diving ahead of his previous teammate to secure Dignitas' first game in this series. There or thereabouts, of course, there is a chance of 2 seconds left. It's going to be a nice low kickoff for Dignitas. That's one, that's the second. Dignitas, 1-0 in this second series. After winning the first in this set as well, 3 more games separating position. And Vitality, it seems like they just begin to chase. And they find themselves in such awkward positions. And with Jorius finding Jack that frequently, they are looking like a deadly duo for the ages.
Yes, Jorius, look at that. Just another quality flick there, which APPARENTLYJACK was already up for. It's so easy.
Away. Very Peak now, though, with a chance on the open net. Actually sends it backwards, potentially low on boost. APPARENTLYJACK with an open net. That's a ding, and now it ends the back of the net.
That is absolutely heartbreaking for Vitality. Down one end, I feel that the second touch wasn't needed. Probably stopped a Vitality player scoring. Then APPARENTLYJACK, he does not miss these opportunities. Dignitas are taking every single one they are getting. 2-0 Dig, and surely they're going 2 up in this second series.
There's 90 seconds left. You struggle to think how they wouldn't. Jorius going for the air dribble bump. One touch in the air, sees that Very Peak is waiting, doesn't want any of that saving nonsense, continues with the aerial. Oh, that is Jorius.
Dignitas with one of the game performances of the season there.
And just a devastating final appearance from Vitality as well, where they had a couple of chances on the net and they just couldn't score from it. It was the own save from KAYDOP too. You reset. You need to get a massive button in the Vitality office. You need to stand up, put both keys in, turn them, let the little plastic hatch flip up, and you need to slam that reset button as quick as you can. Very Peak has it so that it wires up to a macro that then types timeout corner, but that is occupied by a very hairy Frenchman.
It was a good start there from Vitality, but Dignitas have now got the ball under their control. They can go off the backboard, they can go solo, they can pass, they can do whatever they want. And APPARENTLYJACK wants to score another.
Up high for that first touch and immediately leaving. Sees both players of Vitality sitting dormant in the central of the net. Top left corner is his to take, and he does so with style.
When you have 2 Vitality players on the goal line, all you can do to get a goal is force an angle. They might get another one here. They're passing around Vitality like they're not there. APPARENTLYJACK and Jorius have the series of their lives.
Training cones for Vitality right now. They're sitting and there was a double
ball in the air and getting himself a flip reset just to try and get some territory. They're going for pre-jumps. They're having fun. Poor old Scrub Killer stuck there alone though, and they have let Vitality back in.
Gorgeous shot from Alpha. Can just pip it over the top of that final defender. Just cuts in halfway. Scrub does start to turn. Doesn't realize that Alpha may be the one shooting that. Maybe thought KAYDOP would be instead.
Troll here and some boost. Alpha can do something here past Scrub Killer. It's all in the corner. All very bunched up for Vitality. Want to send this ball a bit more central. Look how close Very Peak is there. There's the pass that opens the door. Bang. And Alpha 54 walks straight through it.
Such gorgeous touches here from KAYDOP in the corner. Scrub does try to clear it away. But with Vitality doing these little deft passes between each other, it's so hard. It's just they're taking more risks. Dignitas also haven't had the chance to go for too many risks. Jack up for one. Goes low with it. Face! Alpha 54 can't get the touch on the goal line. And Jack, with no boost in the air, can still go low and pips it for the Dignitas win.
That is what happens when your opponents are terrified of you. APPARENTLYJACK has pretty much no boost for half of that play, and Team Vitality just keep backing off. They're there in comms going, what's he gonna do? I'm not sure, but there's a great pinch there towards Fairy Peak. Is he able to get the second touch? Not quite. Scrub Killer knew it. Had the composure. Tips one away. It's the chance for APPARENTLYJACK. It's also a goal for APPARENTLYJACK. Dignitas continue their relentless march towards the BMW Rocket League Open.
An incredible dunk from Scrub Killer gives APPARENTLYJACK an open net for the ages.
It's the double from the corner. Maybe this is the moment. A touch pass from Fairy Peak. KAYDOP shoots. Here's Alpha onto the backboard. Is anyone going to be there to finish?
Oh!
Yes, is the answer to that question. Alpha 54 at the 54th attempt does put it in.
An undying attack from Vitality.
Save, and somehow his teammates find themselves going solo again as APPARENTLYJACK tries to flick it past Fairy Peak, and a bump on the way as well. Here's Scrub. He shoots. Scrub Killer gets it. Scrub Killer has won it for Dignitas, and Dignitas have won the BMW Rocket League Open.
History created for APPARENTLYJACK, Jorius, and Scrub Killer.
I'm gonna say off the bat here, Joris, congratulations on the victory.
Thank you so much.
And of course, congratulations on MVP. You were looking good out there. You know, is there something that clicks in your head when you're like, oh, hey, I'm on today, or I'm just killing it? Do you say anything to your teammates, or do you just kind of roll with it?
I just kind of roll with it. Like I can either click in game or I can't. And if I can click in game, I will just completely play so well. But if I don't play that well individually, I have like a different play style to fall back on, so I won't completely screw my guys over.
Backup plan. That's always good out here.
So your teammate for about a year now with APPARENTLYJACK was saying that when you guys scrim, you guys look fantastic. Did you think you would finally show it here, like already? Or did you think it would take a little bit more time until your first title?
Well, we actually thought like in the first regional, we were very confident already, but that really didn't work out. And we thought that was because of nerfs. And I really think as well, it was only like 60, 70% on. And we just had the last 2 weeks, we had a lot of help from our mental performance coach, Lenny. And he helped us really well, like transferring the nerves into a good thing and just keeping focus. And that really helped just to push ourselves to the next level.
So a player that I think a lot of people are also going to be talking about coming out of this is going to be Scrub Killer. There was a lot of question marks when you guys went with him over maybe some other options that were out there. What was it about Scrub that drew you towards picking him? And now that you've won it, how happy are you that you exactly went that direction?
Well, when we tried out Scrub, everyone knows he's a really good 1v1 player. He was the best in the world a few years ago. So he still got that kind of mindset and the mechanics. And both me and Jack, we're both very good 1v1 players, if I say so myself. So us three, it just kind of clicks. We've got the same mentality, and that's why we picked him up. And we're so glad because we won the regional. I don't think we can do much better than this.
It's the best you could do.
Yeah.
So, Jorius, you need one more win in the next regional Swiss in order to clinch the land spot for Sweden. Of course, I know that's not going to satisfy you guys now that you've got that win. Of course, got to go and try to get another one. But what are you guys going to do to really make sure that you can come into that event with the best possible mentality and just make sure that you get the job done and not only lock in Sweden, but also with as good of a seed as possible?
Well, yeah, I think the up and coming 2 weeks, we're going to sit with our mental performance coach, Lenny, again, to make sure that we keep the same focus and just do the same thing as the last 2 weeks, because clearly it worked.
One more question here before I give you the stage here for shoutouts. You know, I just looking at the rest of the landscape now, you've played two of arguably the best teams besides yourselves in the region. How do you feel the region is laying out now? Do you feel like BDS is still that one that people are targeting, or do you feel like a lot of people are starting to catch up to that level alongside you guys?
Yeah, I think BDS is still the best, of course, but I think teams like Vitality now, I think even Misfits and Semper could also do some damage on us. I think just there's a lot more competition and the clear number one.
It's definitely going to be hard, not going to be easy, which makes that victory super, super important that you guys just took it over BDS and Vitality in quite the fashion as well. So again, congratulations. The floor is yours. You guys won. So if there's any shout outs or anything you'd like to say to the world, it's all yours.
Well, of course, I want to shout out my teammates, Jack and Scrub, because they played extremely well today and over the whole regional. And then I've mentioned them a couple of times, our mental coach, Lenny. He's really helped us a lot. And I've also got one very special shout out to give. as some of you may know, yesterday I had to go to a funeral before playing, and that was of my uncle, and he's also my neighbor as well. And I was pretty close with him, so I want to dedicate this W to him as well.
That's very nice to do. Our condolences as well. Over to you. But again, you definitely done him proud with the victory today. So Joreuz,
Oh yeah.
congratulations. We're going to let you go now and celebrate and enjoy this victory. So thanks for joining us and giving us your time.
Thank you.